if you're struggling to care for a loved one, there are people and places to turn to. Joining us tonight is Deb Savage from Comfort Keepers. So first, thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
No
I appreciate
problem.
it.
Well, talk a little bit about your relationship with Comfort Keepers and hospice.
Absolutely. Comfort Keepers has been in Colorado Springs since 2003, so it's a little over 8.5 years now. And we work side by side with all of the medical professionals, and hospice happens to be one of them. And for those that are taking care of a family member or a loved one that is at that end of life time.
Which is a really, really rough time for so many people, and turning to someone like hospice and Comfort Keepers can be so beneficial because it sort of becomes your support group, right?
Absolutely, and that's where we like to help out and have experience with that. We train our caregivers to be able to watch out for signs that if hospice needs to be contacted for, we can do that for the family member and be there for them if they need to get out, and we can provide respite care for them that way.
And when you think of hospice, a lot of folks often think of older folks, but that's not necessarily the case. I mean, this could involve anyone, and you work, what, with 18 and older?
Anyone of adult age we can work with. So, and we'd be happy to be able to help them out, doing the little things so that they can be with their loved ones. So, absolutely.
And you see this in so many families too, where, you know, the son or daughter tries to take on the responsibility of caring for their, you know, mother or father, and it sort of becomes a second job.
It is,
really,
in a lot of cases, and that's where we can help out to give that relief to the family members, and step in and be an assistance to them during their time, and be support for them, you know, spiritually, physically, emotionally. So that's
what kind of advice, or what would you say to someone who's sitting at home and is kind of like on the line of whether or not they want to contact someone like Comfort Keepers or hospice?
Have them call. I love to be able to share information with them, share the other resources that are available in the community. And
there's so many options out there. It's kind of nice just to get a feel for what you have to work with, and then maybe down the road, if you need it, you'll know right who to call.
Exactly, exactly. We do that a lot. You know, they might be thinking about thinking about the future, and we can help out that way. And that way, it's not an emotional emergency when it's there.
Very good. Well, Deb, thanks so much for coming in tonight. We really appreciate it. And you're going to do a live chat coming up here in about 15 minutes. So if you have any questions about hospice that we weren't able to touch on tonight, you can definitely ask Deb those questions. She's going to be sticking around our studio for a little while longer.